And we are back for another pick a card. So for this reading, we're going to take a sneak peek at your love life this coming year, 2023. So we have here three crystal options. Tangerine Quartz for group 1, Peacock Ore for group number 2, and we have Chrysocolla for group number 3. Once you've selected your option, just click on the timestamps below. Hey, Tangerine Quartz, let's begin with your reading. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose, group number 1. Seven of Swords. Seven of Coins. The Star. The Hermit. Judgment. And you got here Three of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck, you have here Ace of Wands. Nice. Okay, so for group number 1, I'm seeing here a lot of swords energies. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, especially Aquarius. We also have here Virgo, if it's actually Earth. And then we also have here Scorpio, if it's water. So, what your love life is going to be looking like this coming year, 2023. This is a year of contemplation for you, all right, around relationships. Whether this is the relationship that you have with yourself, the type of people you're attracting, or it had something to do from your past, okay? I feel as well that the year 2023 is a year in which you will have this huge wake-up call with a Judgment card. And it had something to do, again, with the relationship you have with yourself as well as with others. Most especially around the past. I'm seeing here that there's healing taking place for you with the Three of Swords, which is a great sign, okay? Because it's now in reverse. And I feel this is actually going to be happening once this awakening is going to take place for you. There is going to be an instance in which you're finally seeing things. Like an aha moment, all right? And I feel that this is actually going to be happening once you try to go within. I feel for some of you that part of what you're going to be realizing, number 1, I'm hearing is that you're realizing that maybe the relationships that you've had in the past are the type of relationship in which they were not really authentic with you, or it lacks authenticity, okay? That's actually what I'm hearing, especially just by looking at this Seven of Swords. It also lacks balance, because Seven of Coins is also a balance card. Not just the Six of Coins, but also the Seven of Coins. And I feel that a lot of you has realized that with the Star card, if I'm going to read it based on the image, it's like you've given everything away, all right? You've showered everything to someone that you've loved so much from your past, but it seems as if that, yeah, you just end up feeling really hurt. You felt betrayed. You felt as if that there is a lack of, balance in this partnership. So I'm getting here, this is a year in which you at first would be realizing, some things about the connection, about your past relationships, as well as the connection that you have with yourself, all right? And at the same time, this would actually help you to heal. This would help you to finally let things go, all right? I'm also hearing as well with this Ace of Wands, all right? You guys are really kind of like going to be more open to experience something new. And I feel it's because of you're done with the past. You're healing from it, or you're releasing those swords that really did hurt you, okay? That got stuck in your heart for way too long, okay? So you're ready to embrace this brand new start. There's a lot of cleansing. I keep on hearing the word cleansing for group number one, all right? So you will be in a period of contemplation, group number one. That's what I'm seeing when it comes to your love life. There are a lot of things that you will be realizing here. Again, it had something to do with what type of relationship that you have within yourself, all right? The type of relationship that you're also attracting into your life, as well as the relationship that you've had, in the past, which really did hurt you a lot. And because of this would kind of like make, you see something. And with that awakening, because of what you're going to be seeing, it's also going to be changing the course of things for you. I don't know, I'm hearing that. So yeah, let's try to pull up another set of cards. Song of the Siren. Financial constraints. Okay. Now, I'm not going to read this as financial constraints, okay? Because both cards are actually talking about the same. And I'll tell you why. This Song of the Siren is talking about the voice. It's actually talking about acknowledging something. And if I read this intuitively, we see here this cabinet, right? One door is actually closed. The other door is open. So I'm actually getting here that for group number one, the year 2023 is a year in which you are really, looking forward to be in a balanced partnership, okay? This is part of what you have realized, or what you will be realizing, that most of the connection that you've got yourself engaged with, these are the type of partnerships in which either it's just you who's more invested, it's just you who's actually more open to express your feelings, but the people that you've dealt with from the past are quite close off, all right? I'm getting here that you're kind of like exhausted with that. I feel you're no longer interested. If ever you're going to be dating someone new, this is actually something that you'll be looking into. You wanted to look for a partner who's going to be open as well, who's actually not going to be in this state of denial all the time, or somebody's always denying their feelings and emotions, all right? You're looking forward to being in a relationship where there's actually honesty, there's transparency, you and this person expressing your feelings, instead of one person who's just really, trying to keep things to themselves. But I feel it's the viewer who's actually more open, but the relationship they've had from your past, it's quite the opposite. It's like they're not really opening up to you, and here you are, you're always wondering what this person feels for me, or does this person wants me? And this is something that you're not going to be interested in, most especially if you are ready to be back in the dating scene, or if you're ready to meet someone new. You're going to be really looking into this, okay? You're looking for a partner, or somebody's really going to be straightforward and honest and open and expressive. So yeah, let's try to pull up another set of cards. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, you got here the fates. Whoa. There is definitely going to be a huge shift happening for group number one when it comes to their love life. And I'll tell you why. Because like what I told you, a lot of people chose group number one. You will have this awakening, okay? This wake-up call in which you're seeing things much more clearly now as to why, for instance, why are you attracting this type of partnership, or why they're actually behaving the same way, or what happened in my previous relationship? What am I learning from that relationship? So I'm actually getting here that, yeah, You guys are finally going to be ending a really tough cycle when it comes to love and romance, okay? It can also be a repeating cycle or pattern or relationship patterns. So yeah, there's really going to be a huge shift for you this coming year 2023 when it comes to love and romance. With the Fates card, this is also suggesting to me that you'll be looking at past relationships differently, because this Fate card is actually talking about the question of, why did I meet this person? What's the purpose of this connection? All right. But you will be seeing it now. All right. You're finally going to be having that aha moment like, all right, everything is making sense now. Maybe you used to see the relationship, even past relationships, differently. But it's like this coming year, 2023, you will have this awakening. All right. Why things happened. Why that relationship actually, happened for you, or why you met this person rather. That's really what I'm getting. But for some of you, you are going to be closing out a really tough cycle here. And so I'm getting transformation is taking place, or a huge shift is happening in your love life. Wow. All right, let's see. Yep, look at that. New beginnings. See? Earlier, if you can still remember, at the beginning of the reading, you got the Ace of Wands. You're ready to embrace this brand new start, all right? I feel that the year 2023, maybe in the earlier part or the earliest months of 2023, you are still healing. You are still letting things go. You're releasing baggages of the past. And then you would have this huge wake-up call, all right? Why it's necessary to let things go. That's another thing I'm actually getting. Yeah, because you're ready to forgive. Wow. Oh my gosh. It says here, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. This is most probably what you will be realizing as well, group number 1. You will have this huge wake-up call, all right? That it's hard for you to embrace this brand new beginning because of you're still holding on to the baggages of the past. I just said that earlier, all right? And that's why I got the forgiveness card. You're realizing, you're acknowledging finally that harboring resentment, all right, will block the flow of love for you. And so you're finally letting things go, all right? Always remember, you guys, forgiveness is a gift to yourself. You're not doing that person, whoever did hurt you, you're not doing them a favor, right? You're doing it for yourself. And that's also part of what you're realizing. That I'm forgiving myself and others, not because of I'm okay with what they have done towards me or how they treated me, but I don't need to be in this energy where I'm always, dwelling in the past, where I'm always, dwelling on the anger or the frustration, all right? It's putting me in a stuck space. So I feel this is what you're finally going to be realizing, all right? That you're blocking your happiness because of you're still dwelling in the past all the time. So this coming year, 2023, is a year in which you're ready to let that go. You are moving forward. You're not moving on. You are moving forward towards this brand new beginning. And another thing, since we have aces and then you got your new beginnings, this is a sign, you guys, that you are also kind of like picking yourself up again. You're starting from scratch. All right. So yeah, very beautiful. And look at that. This is the cycle card. So once you were able to close out a very tough cycle, we've seen that earlier, you're off to this new beginning, this new start. Wow, this is so nice for group number 1. I love this. Let's try to pull up more. Third eye chakra, because you're seeing things now, just like what I said earlier, right? You're beginning to see things differently, right? Either you're seeing past connections or why things happened for you in the past. Maybe at first you were just dwelling more on the negative feelings or emotions they've gotten for that painful experience, but you will be shifting, okay? You'll be seeing it differently. Or for some of you with this third eye chakra, you are finally seeing that the more that you dwell in the past, the more that you dwell in the pain, you're just becoming a prisoner, or you're allowing yourself to become a prisoner of the past or to be held hostage in the past. And obviously, you don't need that. You don't want that, right? And that's why forgiveness is a gift to yourself. You're not doing that for that person, okay? You're just basically moving forward. You're not allowing any hurtful experiences to affect you anymore. You're ready to embrace a brand new emotional experience. So yeah, let's see. Yep, look at that. Solitude, contemplation. This is creepy because we started off the reading with that message from Spirit in which it's a year of contemplation for you. Okay, there's a lot of things that you'll be realizing when it comes to your love life. Okay, for some of you, why I attracted this type of a person, or why I got myself mixed up in these type of relationships, or what is my relationship with myself? Do I really love myself? Am I looking love outside of myself all the time? Some of you are reflecting on, again, yeah, some relationship patterns. Others of you, you are finally going to be realizing as you're doing this contemplation that, you know what? Why am I being too hard on myself by always holding on to the past? And that's blocking me from achieving happiness or to be again in the flow of love. That's what you will be seeing. A lot of you guys are really going to be going within, which is quite interesting, you guys, because the year 2023, if you add that up, that's number 7. And 7 is a spiritual number. Spirituality plays a huge role for the year 2023. Okay? I tell you that. There's going to be a lot of contemplation. A lot of us are really going to be going within, right? And yeah, we have the indigo because the number 7 is also connected with that, with the indigo or purple color as well. So yeah, let's try to pull up another set of cards. Blessings. Oh my gosh, a higher view. What did I tell you? Oh God, I just love this. So this is exactly what we were just talking about. You're seeing things differently, okay? With a higher view, all right? You're really going to be shifting your perspective around love, around relationships, or most especially about your experiences from your past. Maybe in the past, you only see it as something purely negative, all right? And you're just dwelling on your anger towards someone, your frustration, or all of those negative feelings and emotions. And again, that's actually creating a blockage for you. But because of this awakening, but because of this thing that you are finally seeing, it would help you to shift your perspective. You're seeing things from a higher point of view now. You're becoming a lot more wiser because I'm drawn to this image of the owl. Owl is actually a symbolism for knowledge or wisdom. So yeah. And again, you got your blessings. So I'm actually, hearing very strongly that you're also seeing the blessings out of a very painful situation. Because we may only see it something that is purely negative or bad, right? Which is normal. But you've got to train your mind as well to see the positivity in all type of things, all right? In all type of experiences. you're going to be seeing it as a blessing. That maybe, yeah, it was really painful, it was really heartbreaking, but that connection, no matter how painful or how heartbreaking that was, it has taught me a lot of things. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't be learning these things. I wouldn't be as awakened as I am now. That's really what I'm sharing, you guys. Okay? So that's what's about to happen for you this coming year, 2023, around your perspective around love and romance. Okay? So far, I'm not seeing you guys engaging in a new relationship yet. There's still a possibility, but I'm more like getting the energy for group number one is a year in which you are really going to be contemplating, okay? There's a lot of self-reflection here. There's a lot of reassessment taking place for you. You guys are really going to be looking back at how things went for you in your previous relationships, or what are you learning from there, so you can actually shift things. Some of you, you're finally ready to let things go. Okay? I'm letting it go because it's blocking me from welcoming love into my life by always holding on to some resentments, anger, sadness, or whatsoever. So yeah, you're open to receive the blessings of love. Very nice. Let's see, what else? Balance. Forgiveness again. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You saw me shuffle as always. That's the main thing for you guys this coming year, 2023. Right? You're forgiving yourself and you're forgiving others from your past. For the end time, it's not to say that you like what they did to you, you're okay with what they did to you, but it's like, no, I'm not going to allow those hurtful experiences or heartbreaking rather experiences to put me in a box in which I'm not really growing. All right, that's really what I'm hearing here. You're realizing that I need to let things go. I need to get my balance back because you've lost yourself because of you were holding on to some painful memories or wounds that has held you hostage. All right, that's really what I'm getting. This is also the Temperance card. That's why it says here, balance, so you're healing, okay? There's a lot of healing happening for you as you're finally ready to forgive yourself and others, okay? Wow, beautiful, beautiful. The masculine. Direction. Oh yeah, and then it got to your journey. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is beautiful. They're actually showing me here because of what you're going to be realizing or learning with this huge awakening or wake-up call. You will be doing things differently. Okay? No wonder they're actually telling me over and over again that there's going to be a huge shift happening for you when it comes to love and romance. Because of this thing that you'll be learning or what you will be seeing, it's going to allow you, like what I said, to do things differently. This is going to allow you to finally close out a really tough cycle, okay? Or some relationship patterns. I'm also hearing very strongly with this journey This is also the direction card. What I'm actually hearing is that you'll be looking at your past differently, okay? You're beginning to realize, or you will be beginning to realize this coming year 2023, that that person, that relationship is just part of your journey, okay? But that's not to say I have to stop there, that I have to limit myself and I have to allow myself to become a prisoner of the past. Life must go on is actually what I'm hearing. This would actually kind of like help you to move forward. All right. So your energy for the year 2023 when it comes to love and romance is that you're more than ready to move forward. Okay. The fact that we've seen a lot of cards about forgiveness, that means you're really finally letting things go. Because that's the true meaning of forgiveness. And you're ready to move forward. Okay. Others of you, you would be doing things differently when it comes to attracting certain types of relationships. Okay. Not necessarily just love, even friends, the type of people that you're really going to be attracting because you're now more awakened. You're getting this aha moment like, oh, okay, now that makes sense. Why am I attracting these type of people? There must be something that I needed to do or that I needed to kind of like shift or adjust. So that pattern or cycle won't be, repeating over and over again for me. For instance, a good example is this, that maybe what you needed to work on, it's the lesson around balance or around boundaries, okay? Maybe you kept on attracting the type of people who takes more from you. That's because you're always giving, all right? And you needed to learn the lesson of balance and boundaries. And as you do that now, because you're realizing, okay, I know that these past relationships are teaching me to establish healthy boundaries, things would shift. You get what I'm saying? So I feel that's really what's going to be happening for a lot of you chose group number 1, which is good, okay? There's huge transformation, huge shifts happening for you going forward. I love this. So yeah, let's pull up another set of cards here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Really? Makes sense. I love how everything is matching here. Let's just pull up one more card, okay? Ah, yeah. Okay. Now, here's what I'm hearing based on all of these cards that I actually pulled up. There's actually something, to do with openness or honesty, expression, okay? There's a lot of communication energy here, even with a cell phone, right? So I'm actually, getting here that for group number 1, either this is what you're really going to be looking for as well by the time you're ready to date someone out there, okay? I feel that you're looking forward to being a type of connection in which there's honesty. This person's going to be opening up their heart. And that's crazy because if we can still remember in one of the cards that we pulled up for you, that's why I said I'm not going to read this as financial constraints. I'm more like going to read this as you have dealt probably in the past, a person in which this person is actually more guarded, this person's not expressing themselves, while you are more open and honest and expressive, right? So I feel this is what really you are going to be looking forward to, or what you're really going to be looking for in a partner or in someone that you'll be dating, should you ever be open to date again this coming year 2023. Because I feel that with this cave, it's like it's hidden, right? Somebody's always hiding inside the cave. Somebody's actually not opening up. So I'm getting here, this is something that you're not interested in anymore. You also wanted assurance, is actually what I'm hearing. You wanted security. I keep on hearing security. So this is what you're looking for. You're feeling secured. You're feeling assured in this type of connection. That's the thing that you will be paying attention to, all right? For some of you, there is still a possibility that the year 2023 is also a year in which somebody might actually finally come out of this cave. So maybe this person's just a, let's just say, a secret admirer, or this person's not yet opening up to you. But yeah, this person might actually tell you, hey, I like you. I've kept it hidden for a long time, okay? That's another thing I'm getting. So yeah, somebody's actually ready to open up their feelings. That's for very few of you, but for some of you, this is what you're really going to be looking forward to, or what you're looking for in a connection once you're ready to meet someone new and get back to the dating scene. Okay, so let's pull it more. Let's try this Chinese fortune cards. Are you kidding me? Wisdom. This is creepy. When we saw that higher view card, right, where there's actually an owl, there you go. You guys are wiser than ever now, all right? You've learned from your past. You're seeing the past is not purely bad, okay? You're also looking for the blessing in every situation. And the blessing there, it's this wisdom. Right? Remember I said something like, maybe in the past you always just look at these hurtful experiences or painful experiences as something that's purely negative. Like, oh, I hate that person betrayed me. I can't believe this person did this, did that. So it's just really more like on the negative side. It's not to say that your emotions are not valid. It is, right? But you're shifting it, or you will be shifting it. You will be seeing it differently. Like, okay, that was bad, that was painful, but if it weren't for that experience, I wouldn't be, learning something out of that experience. And so this is the blessing for you. It's this wisdom. It depends on whatever that is. Of course, it's a general reading. For instance, this is a great example. That experience, it was really, painful and heartbreaking, but it taught me to finally realize that I needed to create healthy boundaries or balance, right? That's the blessing. And you just actually realize that because of that painful experience that has triggered you, right? So now let's actually read the wisdom card. Let's go to page 9. And we'll put our focus on relationships since this is a love reading. Okay, wow. This card is all about soulmate connections. And then it says here, you will be letting go of superficial relationships as you look for more soul connections and depth in all relationships. See, I feel that for group number 1, like what I said, you'll be contemplating a lot. And this would help you to see things clearly. Remember the third eye chakra? It would actually open up something, all right? As you are going to go within, it will open up something. You'll be discovering something. You will have this awakening, all right? Because you're realizing now that I'm no longer interested in a type of relationship in which it lacks, balance, or I'm always the one who's open and honest. This person's all closed off. I'm no longer interested in that. For some of you, you're finally going to be ready to let go, like what I said, of superficial relationships, because what you want now are more meaningful, deep type of connections. And then it says here too, with this wisdom card that you will be drawn to like-minded people now. If you're single, you could find your life partner. If you are in an existing relationship, it may actually suffer because either due to neglect, all right? And it's also because you're no longer the same person. Some of you would find yourself spending time alone, all right? Because of you're going to be in this hermit mode. Now it's making sense. It says that on this guidebook. Oh my gosh. You'll be spending some time alone. You'll be going to areas with fresh air, open spaces, lots of greenery, or even the seaside, which would be a great place for solitude and reflection. Are you kidding me? You got the solitude card earlier. Okay. So yeah, for group number 1, I'll be very honest. I'm not picking up like there is really going to be a lot of action taking place in your love life this coming year, 2023. Okay. Because it's going to be a quiet year in such a way that you'll be putting more of your focus on, yeah, what are you learning? Okay. From your past relationships. And that's necessary, you guys. All right. Because that would help you change things differently or to do things differently going forward. Instead of always engaging in several type of partnerships in which all of them are not really deep or it is really a superficial type of relationship, okay? Because I feel group number 1, you're more interested now to get yourself engaged in a long-lasting, a much more deeper type of connection. So yeah, this is nice. Let's pull up this card and then we'll just pull up a message for you before we wrap things up. Yeah, and then you're ready. So what I'm actually hearing very strongly, as soon as you're able to learn, okay, with this wisdom card, as soon as you're ready as well to finally close out the past, that's it. Okay, things will be shifting for you. But first, you needed to learn something here, or you will be learning something. And once you've learned the lessons of the past, or what is it teaching you, then you're ready again to be back in the dating scene and you're equipped with all the tools now. You're equipped with this, knowledge or this wisdom that you've gotten from your previous relationships. You're wiser now, okay? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Now let's try to pull up a message for you guys. Any message for group number 1? What is this? The heart of the matter. There is more going on that meets the eye. Right. So that's it. You're actually really going to be going within. You're trying to find things that you may have not seen before. Because again, it says here there's more going on than meets the eye. Right. And you will only see that as you go within, as you get in touch with your heart. Wow, what a way to end this reading. So that's what your love life is going to be like this coming year, 2023. There's a lot of things that you'll be learning, all right? And it's a blessing, you guys. It is. I tell you that. Because this would help you to shift something, all right? This would help you to change things. So you can actually either attract a much more balanced, healthier type of partnership, all right? So yeah, this is really great. I hope you enjoyed this as always, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now. Well, group number 2, let's begin with your reading. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective we chose group 2. Let's take a sneak peek at your love life this coming year, 2023. You have here 10 of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands. Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay, 2 tens. Temperance. Death. And you have here Judgment. Ooh, okay. Oh my gosh, really? Bottom of the deck, you have here Princess of Coins. Okay, I'm seeing here a lot of fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, especially Sag. And then we also have here Earth signs. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We also have here Scorpio, if it's water. So, group number 2. What your love life is going to look like this coming year, 2023. Yeah, there's a lot of endings, okay? You got 2 tens. 10 is talking about ending, okay? And I'm also drawn to this death card. And death card is also the end of a difficult situation. So I'm actually picking up very strongly that your love life this coming year, 2023, is a year in which you're finally putting an end to something that is painful for you, all right? You got here the 10 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands is also talking about baggages, all right? And you're ready to let that go. Okay, because it has been weighing heavily in your back for quite some time now, and you're like, I'm done, all right? I'm ready to let this go. I'm exhausted. I'm drained. So whether, number one, you may be kind of like getting out of a toxic cycle or a toxic partnership. That's really what I'm getting here. Some of you will be realizing that with this Judgment card, that this is not for me anymore, because that's the purpose of the Death card. You needed to put an end. You needed to let things go for a new beginning to happen for you. And this is what you want. All right. You're no longer interested in the past, or you're no longer interested to hold on to the past. You're really more than eager to let things go. You're reclaiming your power here with the Queen of Wands. I feel that you will have the courage and the confidence of the Queen of Wands to finally put an end to the past. This is nice, okay? And that's because you are going to be learning something. This is a student card, okay? So I feel because of what you're learning, this would actually help you now to have the courage or the power to finally say, I'm done. I'm putting an end to this. Whether it's you putting an end to a dead-end relationship, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, or a toxic partnership, or a toxic cycle as well. Okay? Wow. This is actually interesting. So let's pull up another set of cards here. Okay, you got your Soul Cage, and you got your Atlantis. Wow, very positive here, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm actually seeing here with the Soul Cage, you're actually freeing yourself from captivity, okay? Look at this image over here. We see here a mermaid, and she's trying to rescue this guy from drowning. And I feel that's what's going to be happening for you guys this coming year, 2023. You're finally getting out of the darkness. You're finally getting out of that dark place. Because I'm hearing somebody saying, you know what? I'm done. I can't be in this same space. I can't be in the same situation over and over again. And that's why with the Queen of Wands, you're realizing your power. That I do have the power to break free from something that is not good for me anymore. Okay? The things that are draining me. And you'll be successful, because Atlantis card is also talking about success, okay? So I feel that, yes, this is really going to be turning towards your favor, of course, because you are going to be successfully releasing yourself from something that has held you hostage from the past, okay? Whoa, whoa. Let's see, what else? Woman holding a heart. Go the distance. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm actually getting here, look at that, with the go the distance. You're walking away from something. You're moving on, or you're moving forward, just like with this cheetah over here. And I feel as well it's because of you're learning to love yourself now, all right? Whatever it is that you're going to be breaking free from, something that is dark, something that is actually draining you, or it has made you feel so exhausted, okay? For instance, like what I said, it can be a partnership that you've stayed in for way too long and it's not really working anymore. You felt totally exhausted from it, okay? This is a year in which you will have that courage to finally let things go. And you're ready to move forward, okay? You're looking after your own self. That's another thing I'm hearing very strongly with this woman holding a heart, okay? You're looking after your own needs. Maybe you're just staying in that partnership or in that connection because of you have this very caring, compassionate, understanding nature. But I'm getting here that things will shift for group number 2. You're like choosing yourself this time. And you're telling yourself, you know what? I can't be like this forever. I can't stay this way forever. I can't allow myself to be stuck in that dark, cold place. So yeah, there's really something about movement for group number 2 in which you're really walking away or putting an end to a painful and difficult situation. All right, so whether it's also letting go of resentments or some hurts from the past, others of you, it's an actual, relationship that is no longer working, or it's a dead-end relationship. Some of you, it's a toxic partnership. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You saw me shuffle? It's time to release negativity. There you go. That's exactly what you're about to do this coming year, 2023. See? You may be a Scorpio, or maybe this person is a Scorpio as well, all right? Because I notice there's a lot of Scorpio energy. And that's why Scorpio is related to the death card, okay? As a Scorpio myself, we're actually the type who's not going to be thinking twice in letting things go, because we're all about change and transformation. If something is no longer working for us, we're not going to think twice, all right? We're really going to be putting an end to something that is really making us stuck, or anything that is bringing about a lot of negativity. I'd have to say that as a Scorpio. So yeah, I'm getting here that a lot of you chose group number 2. This is what you will be doing. You'll be releasing negativity in your life. You're putting an end to that, which is good, okay? So again, whether it's a toxic partnership, a dead-end relationship, or negative feelings and emotions from the past, okay? Yeah, you got here playing it safe. This is also what you are going to be putting an end to, okay? Maybe in the past, you just stayed where you are, all right? You're probably, afraid to take some form of action. You're probably afraid to release it. There is fear, is what I'm hearing, okay? Which is kind of like stopping you from putting an end to something that you know deep down is no longer good for you, okay? But I'm getting here that, yeah, you will have that courage. You're not going to be hesitating anymore. That's why I said the word hesitate. You're not going to think twice anymore. You're really going to be more confident enough to put an end to something. Like, enough is enough. I'm done. Okay? I'm not going to think twice. I used to play things safe. Maybe in the past, you are just really giving this person a benefit of the doubt. That can also be the case. Or you're probably hoping that this person is going to be changing if this is somebody that you are in a relationship at the moment. But yeah, a lot of you are really going to be releasing something or someone that is not for your highest good. Okay, let's see. What else? What is this? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, 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 need I say more? It says here, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. See? That's why I keep on hearing from my guides. They kept on saying group 2 will have the courage, finally, the courage to put an end to something that is not good for them anymore. And again, this is all about love and romance, the love department. So maybe for some of you, it is a toxic partner, all right? Or some negative, thought patterns. It can also still be like that. Or for some of you, it can be, some resentment from the past. Maybe you're still dwelling on it or holding on to it. But yes, regardless of whatever scenario, I'm getting here that you will have that courage to let things go, to put an end to it, okay? And remember earlier, I was saying something about fear. You're ready to face your fear because I feel that a lot of you chose group number 2. You're kind of like afraid, just like what I said. That's why you're playing things safe. You're afraid to take some action. Maybe because you don't know what will be the result if you do this or if you actually initiate something. But for the year 2023, it's like I'm seeing you differently, group number 2. I'm seeing you as a more bold, assertive type of a person. Like, no way. I'm done. All right? I'm ready to move forward. That's another thing that I'm actually hearing. So yeah, let's see what else. You got the sacrifice. Exactamundo. Because that's actually what I'm hearing for a lot of you. Maybe you've always sacrificed yourself for others. Okay? Remember, you are the woman with this huge heart. Right? And that's exactly what I heard earlier. Because either you have given this person multiple chances, or you gave this person the benefit of the doubt, or you always, try to understand things. But you're finally realizing, why am I always looking after other people's happiness or what it's going to be like for them? How about me? I need to look after my own needs. I need to look after my own happiness. That's really what I got, you guys. So, yeah, I feel that a lot of you guys are really going to be given the courage to end things, let things go. This is the Hangman card, Pisces energy as well for some of you. And I'm also hearing very strongly that since this is a Hangman card, I feel that you have observed a lot of things, all right? Because for me, Hangman is an observe card, all right? That you are looking at all sides and angles. And since you've done that, and since you were able to see what you needed to see, this will help you now to decide, like, okay, you know what? It's about time to move forward. Because Hangman is a non-moving energy, right? He's just up in the air. So I'm actually getting here that the year 2023 is a year in which you're finally, okay, you're finally ready to move forward. There is still a possibility for some of you, but that's only for like, what, one person or two people out there rather, in which there is still a chance in which if this is not you, maybe this person has been hanging back for quite some time, but they will have the courage to finally, face their fear, and they would be ready now, all right, to take some form of action. But for a lot of you, or majority of you, I'm seeing that you guys are really going to be putting an end to something that is not good for you anymore. You're done with, you're always sacrificing your own happiness for others. And it's never selfish. It's about time for you to look after your own happiness, your own needs. That's really what I'm getting here. That's why you chose the Peacock Ore. Because Peacock is all about confidence, which is crazy because it says here, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. You're more than confident now, all right, to put an end to something. Something that has kept you kind of like, yeah, stuck. Because Hangman is a stuck energy as well, all right? So, yeah, let's see, what else? Gentle Gardener. Oh yeah, look at this. Purification. So there's definitely a lot of healing taking place for group number 2 this coming year, 2023. Okay? There's a lot of cleansing because I'm seeing here the image of the rain. And rain for me, it's cleansing. Okay? And with the sunflower, again, this is all about confidence. Standing tall and proud. Even if you've been through a lot of, dark times. That's really what I'm getting here. And I feel as well that with this gentle gardener, I feel that you guys are always, going to be observant about your own thoughts as well. All right. When it comes to your love life, are they positive or are they always negative? So that's why I'm actually also picking up that for some of you, that's also what you're going to be releasing. Some negative thought patterns. I'm hearing as well that some of you, you may have found yourself always thinking about this person that is quite unhealthy already. I don't know who is this for. That's what I'm hearing. And you yourself notice that. Like, what's happening to me? Am I obsessed with this person? I kept on thinking about this person 24/7. Like, what is wrong? I'm losing my balance here. So I'm also getting that. All right. And that's a cleansing that's happening for you guys. All right. Let's see. What else? Yeah, because you're more awakened now. You got the awakening genius. No wonder you got the judgment card, because judgment card, it's all about wake up call. So you will have this huge awakening, all right? Which is quite interesting because group 1 also got that energy, all right? So I really feel that for group 2, this is also going to be the case for you guys, in which you're more awakened now. You're actually a lot more aware, okay, of things. Maybe you may have overlooked it, or you probably don't want to see it at first. That's actually what I'm hearing. But yeah, because of this awakening that's going to take place for you guys, it would help you to have that courage to put an end to something, to release the negativity, something that is not for your highest good anymore. Okay? Amazing. Let's see, what else? Yup, success and growth. So that's nice. I feel that with this success and growth, this is the 8 of Wands energy. So I feel that, yeah, this is just suggesting to me that you guys are going to be successfully, overcoming something. I feel as well that for some of you, you are also going to be more straightforward and open. I don't know, I'm hearing that. So maybe in the past, you're kind of like just keeping things to yourself. You're actually afraid to talk or speak up. I don't know who is this for, but I'm actually hearing that right now. But this coming year, 2023, you will have that courage, all right, to speak your truth. Okay? For very few of you, it can also be this person, in which this person at first, they are holding themselves back. They're trying not to show their true feelings or what. But I'm getting here that somebody's also ready to talk. Somebody's actually ready to open up. And yeah, they might actually communicate themselves from their most authentic, truth here. So yeah. But for a lot of you, I'm getting here, this is the viewer. all right, in which you are also going to be speaking from your own truth now, all right? You're no longer going to be um, just suffering in silence anymore. You're no longer going to be just, yeah, letting things pass, in which you're always sacrificing your own self for others. That's really what I'm getting. Courage and bravery is very strong for group number 2. So yeah, let's actually pull up more cards here. Manifestation. Acceptance. Okay. So for some of you with this manifestation, maybe you've been manifesting this, all right? You've been manifesting that things would actually, change. And here you go. I feel you will be given an opportunity to do things differently or to put an end to something that you've been holding back from, okay? For some of you with this acceptance, you're accepting things as they are. Maybe in the past, it's hard for you to let it go, or it's hard for you to acknowledge things. There's denial is actually what I'm hearing, but you're just really going to be more than ready to accept things as they are. I'm drawn to this images of dove. So freedom is very, very strong. Through this acceptance, you're actually freeing yourself as well. That's what I heard right now from Spirit. I'm also hearing, for very few of you, going back to those who might resonate with, it's not you, but it's actually this person who's finally going to be opening up. Maybe in the past, they were hanging back. They're not really telling you about how they feel or what. But yeah, I feel that this person is finally going to be freeing themselves from whatever it is that's restricting them, okay, from accepting this love. One of you might be manifesting the other, right? That's another thing. But for a majority of group number 2, I'm seeing the energy of you letting things go, all right? Or putting an end to a difficult situation because you're tired, you're exhausted, you're choosing yourself, you're choosing what is for your highest good, okay? So yeah, let's pull up more. Knowing. Magic. Oh my gosh. Wow. Here's what I'm actually hearing with these 2 cards. What I'm actually picking up very strongly is that a lot of you are also going to be realizing, all right, that for such a long time, you have given your power, your energy to someone. It's like you're always thinking about others, or you're actually thinking about this person most of the time, but you are not seeing or you're not looking after your own needs. I keep on hearing that when I saw these 2 cards, okay? But I'm actually getting here for group number 2 that this year, 2023, or coming year 2023, this is a time in which you're shifting your focus on yourself. Number 2, I'm also getting here, all right, a very specific message. You were probably really, feeling disappointed because remember you got the gentle gardener, and that's you paying attention to your thoughts as well. So maybe you were really disappointed because nothing is happening in your situation. You probably, watch a lot of pick-a cards because we see here this tarot reader or this fortune teller, and you're like, what is going on? I've watched a lot of pick-a cards. They told me that I'll be meeting this person or this person's coming to my life, but it's not happening. So I'm actually getting here that a lot of you will have this awakening that first and foremost, all right, tarot is just a guidance, okay? Nothing is set in stone. We can tell you what is the possible outcome, but things can actually change as time is very fluid. That's the thing that you guys needed to realize. Usually tarot is not necessarily or not usually a predictive tool, but it's actually a tool or divination that is used for guidance. Okay? Number two, what I'm also hearing is that, yeah, you would be also realizing that because of you're always kind of like wanting to know what's going to happen next, you are now operating from a space of lack. And this is what I've shared in past. I used to be so obsessed and addicted to readings. I've gotten a lot of private readings from amazing psychics. They told me very specific time frames or what, and it never happened, okay? But I've actually learned it's because of my energy. Everything is energy. And because of what I was told, I was always, marking down all the calendars, literally, like, okay, they told me I'll be meeting this person or I'll be with this person this month of August, let's just say. And I was literally counting days, and weeks. And so I'm operating more in a space of lack instead of letting things go, right? And so I feel this is also what you will be realizing. You will be realizing that is creating a blockage in your manifestation, okay? Another thing I'm also getting here is that you will also be realizing that this person has a free will. You may want this person back into your life. You may actually want this person to reunite with you. But have you also considered that this person also has his own or her own free will, right? This is another thing that I feel that you'll be seeing differently. And you'll be finally, having this wake-up call like, all right, now it's clear to me. Because I'm wondering why. Why is it that this person's not coming yet, all right? Or why this person's not really, calling me up just yet. Things like that. So there's something that you will be seeing, okay? Even with this moon over here. The truth will be shining upon you, okay? Wow. All right, let's try to pull up another set of cards. Give your relationship a chance. Okay. Oh boy. Chase. Wind. Mirror, and then soulmates. Okay. Oh, wow. So group number 2, this is crazy because some of the cards here are the things that we've already discussed. So this is a huge validation, okay, from Spirit. With a give your relationship a chance, all right? I'm hearing that somebody watching group number 2, you've given this person multiple chances. And I specifically said that in the reading. And you're always kind of like trying to understand this person. Maybe this person told you, I'm going to change. I won't be doing those things again. Or they may have tried to win you back and you gave them another chance, just like what I said. So I feel some of you are finally realizing that the same pattern continues. All right. And you're probably, kind of like afraid to let things go for some reason. Okay, maybe because of course you love this person and you will be realizing that you're always looking after this person, but you will be also realizing that how about myself, I have my own needs too. I have to look after my own happiness. Why am I always looking after other people's needs or how this person would actually feel, right? I'm sacrificing myself for others all the time, okay? For some of you, you got the chase. So, yeah, I'm getting here as well that for some of you, this is what I'm talking about earlier, in which the roles will be reversed. I said something like that. Maybe in the past, you're always the one chasing after this person. But maybe because of you have changed something. I kept on hearing that earlier. You have changed something. You've changed strategies, or you are doing things differently now because of what you've learned. And you will now be surprised, like, whoa, the roles are now reversed. This person's the one kind of like chasing after me, and this person's like, okay, give me another chance, all right? Or whereas in the past, maybe you're always the one going after this person. So yeah, and then with this win card, I feel as well that there's somebody who's going to be ready to open up, okay? I'm hearing that when I saw this win image over here. Somebody's ready to express. Only take what applies, because I'm getting multiple scenarios here, right? And then you got the mirror. So for some of you, yeah, you may have been mirroring, with this person, especially for those who are resonating with it is a very toxic, or maybe this is actually a relationship that is not good for you anymore. You probably stayed there for way too long. You've given this person multiple chance, all right? But yeah, I feel that you will be realizing that this relationship is going to help you to reflect on your own wounds, okay? That this partnership is there right in front of you because you're going to be healing something, okay? No wonder there's a lot of cleansing cards earlier, all right? And with this activation, that's it, because it's part of your soul contract. This person would be triggering you. This person will be triggering something within you to heal. Okay? Because it got your soulmates, and it says here soul contract. This is part of your agreement before you actually came into this realm. Oh my gosh, wow. So yeah, let's pull up another card here. Oh, wow, you got the Destiny card. So let's take a look at the guidebook, and I'm going to read the relationships section since this is all about love and romance. So yeah. All right. It says here, Destiny will bring you what you hope and wish for in the distant future regarding personal relationships. You will be involved with a new group of friends that you feel really connected to, and great fun times await. So I'm actually, getting here for group number 2 that, yeah, number 1, if you're single, there is a possibility, all right, that the year 2023 is a year in which you're destined to meet this new person, okay? That's actually what I'm getting. But for a lot of you, what I'm actually hearing very strongly with this Destiny card, no wonder you got the fortune teller, fate, fortune, and all that, that you are actually going to be realizing that you're going to be taking charge of your own destiny. Not just because of what you have watched on pick-a cards or what this tarot reader told you. At the end of the day, tarot is just a guidance, okay? It's entirely up to you on how you're going to be handling your situation, most especially around your love life, right? Not because this person said these things that you've got to stick up to it, or you're going to be waiting all the time for this person to come back. You're realizing that, you know what? I have to look after my own self. I have to create my own destiny. I have the power to change things. I have the power to create a different reality. Okay? It's not to say that even if a person may have told you you're destined to be together, that's it, that you're going to be stay in the relationship. What if this relationship is not really for your highest good anymore, right? So yeah, I feel that this is you realizing that you do have the power to change your reality or your destiny. The power to change it is in your hands, just like with this image of the hands here, okay? For some of you with a destiny, what I'm actually hearing is that not necessarily you're destined to be together, but there is a soul contract between you and this person, in which you and this person would be triggering each other in order for you to reflect on your own wounds, for you to heal. That's part of the contract. You were destined to meet so you can heal. Okay? Wow. So let's pull up another card here. Compromise. Right. So this is actually also a year. If you're already in a partnership, I feel that, yeah, there is still, a possibility of you guys, working things out. Only if the both of you are willing to compromise. Because remember, you got to give your relationship another chance, all right? Maybe you're always the one who's willing to give in all the time. And you're like, I'm done. How about myself? I always try to give in. I have my own needs as well, all right? I'm always sacrificing. Remember the sacrifice card, right? But no wonder you got the compromise card now. It's like you're realizing, you know what? Things has to change, all right? I can't just be sacrificing my own happiness, my own needs for you. It has to be balanced. Look at this with the scales of justice. So I'm getting here that, yeah, it can still work only if the both of you are willing to compromise, all right? Some of you, if I'm going to read this based on the image, I'm getting here that you're going to be balancing things. You're going to be weighing things now, all right? Is the connection balance? Or are you actually suffering more? Or are you always finding yourself exhausted in this connection or in this partnership? Is it bringing out the worst or the best in you? Those are the things that you're also going to be kind of like looking into, okay? So yeah, all right. Now let's actually pull up a message before we wrap things up. Oh yeah, look at this. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Exactamundo. One, what a way to end this reading. If you can still remember earlier, you have the Destiny card, and then I'm drawn to that tarot reader image, okay? With the Knowing card, right? So I'm actually getting here that with this message, you can do anything you choose. Exactly, because this Knowing card is about free will, right? You have the power to do anything based upon what you want, okay? You're free to do anything that you choose. You have free will. Some of you are also going to be realizing that you have to consider that this person also have a free will, not just you, right? And then finally, I'm getting here as well with this "you are limitless" message for group number 2, is that some of you, you may have kind of like what I said, you've always tried to put yourself in a box, okay? Remember that soul, let me go back, the soul cage? You were in this place for way too long. You were stuck, okay? But I'm actually getting here, it's also because of some of you, you chose to be there. But because of this awakening that would happen for you this coming year 2023, it will help you to realize that you do have the power to get yourself out of that dark space that you were in for a long time. And that you can do anything that you choose. Do you choose to be there? Or do you choose to rise above it or move forward? It's your choice. That's why I got the free will keyword. And also another thing I'm getting here, maybe you have also kind of like limited yourself. You probably limited yourself in such a way that you're not opening yourself up to other possibilities, okay? But I feel the year 2023 would help you to realize that you are limitless. Why am I limiting myself to this person? Okay? Most especially if you're single. Why am I always, putting my focus on this one specific person when I am free, all right? I should be open as well to meet new people out there, all right? I can do anything that I wanted to do since I'm single anyway, all right? That's another thing I'm getting. And this is crazy. I'm seeing here this image of the peacock feathers, which is crazy because you chose the peacock ore. Confidence is your keyword, group number 2. Confidence to face your fear, okay? Confidence to finally let things go, or the courage to finally put an end to something that is not for your highest good. So that's all I have for you, group number 2. That's what I'm seeing when it comes to your love life this coming year, 2023. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next week. Okay, group number 3, let's take a sneak peek at your love life this coming year, 2023. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective who chose group 3. Queen of Wands. The Fool. Oh, wow. You got your Ace of Coins. You have here 6 of Cups in reverse. King of Coins. And you have here 7 of Coins. Bottom of the deck, you have here King of Wands. Oh, wow. All right. This is nice. I'm seeing here fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, especially Aries. We also have here earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and then Taurus. Well, out of all the 3 groups, this one is really nice as well. It's really, really different. What I'm actually getting here is that the year 2023 for group number 3 is a great one because, number 1, for the singles out there, I'm seeing here that you're actually ready, all right? You're ready to be back in the dating scene. You're ready to meet someone new. That's actually what I'm getting. I feel that the past is no longer of interest to you, okay? Maybe because you've been stuck there for a long time with the 7 of Coins. Maybe you have been waiting for this person to take action or to make a move towards you, but it never happened. And I feel this is actually, push you to kind of like do things differently, or this is something that you will be doing going forward in which you're just ready to move forward. You're actually just ready to take on something new, okay? I'm getting here by doing that. There is definitely going to be an opportunity for you to meet someone out there. And this can be your match because you got here the King and the Queen of Wands. Not necessarily have to be both fire signs, but this is more like suggesting to me that this is actually your match, all right? I feel as well that, you guys are actually going to be so happy because of you took that risk is actually what I'm hearing. And the Fool card is a risk card for me. You took that risk. Maybe because for a long time you have been, stuck over the past. Okay? Or maybe you have been waiting and waiting for this person to return, but it's like nothing is happening. And so you're finally going to be taking that risk of, all right, you know what? I'm single anyway. I'm open to meeting new people out there. And then boom, there you go. I'm seeing here that there's actually a new person coming in for you, because we're seeing here 2 kings. But I'm actually getting here that, yeah, this is your match, because you are the Queen of Wands. Whether you're male or female, you can just switch roles. But yeah, this is actually your match. So yeah, I'm seeing here for group number 3, there is a new beginning for you when it comes to love and romance. Where the singles, it's a new person for sure. Okay, so let's try to pull up another set of cards here. Energy field adjustment. Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. Your energy is shifting. Your energy is changing, group number 3. And because that is changing, all right, it would also change in such a way that you will be attracting a different type of energy or frequency. Meaning, you are finally, all right, vibrating from a different, frequency now. And because of this new frequency that you guys are actually in, it would attract the same type of people who are also in that same frequency as yours, right? Because you're shifting or you're transforming is actually what I'm hearing very strongly here, all right? And I feel it's also because of you've learned something from your past, and therefore it has helped you to change things or do things differently. Your energy is becoming a lot more different, and it's also going to be attracting, like what I said, a different type of frequency, which is going to be, yeah, like vibrating in the same frequency as yours. And then I'm also getting here with this adjacent possibilities that a lot of you are also going to be realizing that, yeah, there's so many possibilities out there. All right. Why am I limiting myself to this old door? Right. When there's so many doors out there. So that's why I'm actually getting here for group number 3, that you guys are going to be open to a new experience. That's why I got the Fool card. It's a new beginning for you. I feel as well that a lot of you are kind of like cleansing, right? You're cleansing some not so good energies from the past. And because of this new you or this transformation that is about to take place for you, it would actually, kind of like shift everything in terms of the type of partnerships that you'll be attracting going forward, all right? And yeah, I love the fact that a lot of you chose group number 3. You are realizing by now that, you know what? There's so many fishes in the sea. I keep on hearing that. Why should I limit myself to just one person? I'm single anyway, all right? And I deserve happiness. So I'm actually getting here that you guys are really going to be back in the dating scene. You're open to meet new people, all right? You're tired of waiting for nothing is actually what I heard. So yeah, let's see what else. Deep knowing, right? Confidence is your key to success. Okay, so I'm actually getting here, whether you are a Leo, there's a lot of fire signs, if you notice. You got the King and the Queen of Wands earlier. So I'm actually, getting here that, yeah, it's possible that this person may have fire in their chart, or you may also be a fire sign, all right? And what I actually heard is that there's so many things that you will be resonating with this new person. Because honestly, group number 3, it's not a past person. If you're still thinking about a past person, you may choose another pile. Because I'm getting here for group number 3, this is the energy that I'm feeling for you guys. You guys are more than ready to take on a new challenge or to take on a different path. You're not interested in the past anymore, okay? And so I'm getting here that, yeah, this person or this individual that you'll be meeting is somebody who's also very confident, not in a cocky way, but somebody's actually sure of what it is that they want. You got here with a deep knowing. I feel that this person is somebody who's a great leader as well, because we have here two leader animals here, just like the lion as well as the eagle. I feel that this person is actually somebody who's very responsible, very assertive, very bold, right? Another thing I'm also hearing very strongly with this deep knowing card, I feel this is you realizing, or you have this knowing that, yeah, you know what? I'm actually open to meet new people out there. I'm actually more than ready, all right, to be back in the dating scene and to have fun. I feel as well that for group number 3, you guys are glowing up because your energy is also shifting. It's changing. You would find yourself feeling confident yourself, all right? Like there's going to be kind of like a makeover for some of you, in which you're feeling good about yourself. Maybe some of you are also going to be changing your looks, your style. I don't know. I'm hearing that. In which it's going to make you feel really confident. And that is going to be your key to success, okay? And that is great because I'm getting a totally different energy from group 1 and group number 2. All right? And your energy, group number 3, is really exciting. It's actually giving me the vibe that the year 2023 is a year of passion for you, okay? It's going to be a very passionate year. It's going to be a year in which you're actually on top of your game. Because again, you got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. So yeah, very fiery, very action energy, okay? So yeah. Behind a mask, all right. Purpose, okay, yeah. So I'm actually getting here with the behind a mask and purpose. What I actually heard with these two cards is that you guys are also going to be more paying attention to this person's intentions, all right? Let's just say, since we're seeing that you guys will be back on the dating scene or go out there and meet new people, you're really going to be paying attention to that. What is this person's true intention for me, all right? You're going to find that out yourself. If you're actually seeing that this person is just really, you know, like the type of people you've dealt with in the past in which they're always guarded, they're not being very open and honest with you, that's not going to be of interest to you anymore. Because again, you wanted a person who's going to be in the same frequency as yours, in which that's why they're showing me the King and the Queen of Wands. And both King and Queen of Wands, they're actually very action oriented. They're very straightforward, okay? They're not going to be in this wishy-washy type of energy. I feel that, yeah, that's what you're looking for in a connection, most especially if you're going to be back in the dating scene. You're going to be particular around their motives as well, all right? You're no longer interested, yeah, in this type of energy in which they're masking everything. It's hard for you to figure out whether they like you or not, right? So, yeah, this is not of interest to you anymore. Let's see what else. All right, you got your emotional loss and then another Leo energy, power. Oh my gosh, exactly. So yeah, you were disappointed over the past, all right? This is the Five of Cups card. So I'm getting here that the past connection did hurt you a lot. And I feel that a lot of you guys learned as well from that experience or from those painful memories or experiences. But you're claiming your power now. You're getting your power back, group number 3, okay? You're also, you know, feeling a lot more confident to embrace a different emotion. instead of always being in this Five of Cups energy, because you know that nothing is going to happen. That's why we saw the Six of Cups in reverse. That is a sign that you're no longer interested in the past. You wanted something new. You wanted to embrace a brand new emotion. And that's because you're taking your power back. Whereas, if you kept on dwelling on the past, just like with the Five of Cups here, that's you giving your energy away. That's you allowing yourself to be a prisoner or a hostage from the past. But this is nice. The year 2023 is a year in which you're taking your power back. You're feeling more confident than ever. You're ready to take some action. I'm no longer interested over the past anymore. I'm ready to meet new people out there, and I'm going to be a lot more careful. I'm wiser now with this old guy over here. I'm wiser now. I've learned from my past. That's actually what I'm hearing. And part of what you're going to be looking into, just like what I said, you're looking for a partner who's going to be honest as well, who's not going to be wearing a mask. You'll be looking into their true intentions before giving your heart. Because maybe in the past, you easily gave in or to someone, or you just basically invested all of your feelings towards that person, but you've learned from the past already, which is good. So yeah, let's try to pull up more. Magical map shifter. Oh my gosh. And then you got here forgiveness. And then you have fulfillment. This is nice. So what I'm actually hearing very strongly, let's start off with the forgiveness card, okay? So earlier, you got the Five of Cups, which is talking about dwelling on the past, crying over spilt milk and all that. But you realize, all right, or you will be realizing that that is actually blocking your happiness, all right? And so I feel because of you finally letting things go and not looking back anymore, right? You're not interested over the past or things that has happened to you in the past anymore. And you're more than ready to manifest. For me, this is kind of like the magician. You're ready to manifest something that would make you happy, all right? And so, yeah, I feel you are first going to be letting things go with this forgiveness card. You're forgiving yourself or any, hurtful experience from the past. You're letting that go. You're moving forward. And yeah, you're more interested in putting your focus or energy towards something that would make you feel happy. Because I feel for group number 3, you may have realized already that by you always dwelling in the past, always holding on to anger, frustration, disappointment, it's actually blocking you, all right, from welcoming love into your life. Or it's also kind of like making you feel stuck, okay, because you kept on holding to that negative energy. And so this is you finally realizing that it's about time to let things go, all right? I have the power. You're a magician, group number 3. I have the power to shift things. I have the power to create a different experience. And I can only do that if I will be able to finally let things go. And yes, you will, all right? You will be doing that. Some of you will be realizing there's really, tons of options out there. Look at this magician, juggling things. So I'm actually getting here that a lot of you will be realizing, hey, you know what? There are more fishes in the sea. There's so many options out there. Why am I always, dwelling to that one connection that didn't work out? Okay? That doesn't mean it ends there, all right? I'm single anyway. And yeah, I'm ready to mingle. That's really what I'm getting for group number 3. Wow. Totally different energy from group 1 and group 2. So yeah, let's try to pull it more. Yep, look at this. The past has taught you a lot of lessons. You got the Hierophant card over here. Oh my gosh, and he got love. Ooh la la. So I'm hearing two things. First, the past really taught you a lot of lessons, okay? You've learned a lot from those experiences. You've healed from it, and you've realized that there's no point in dwelling on those hurtful experiences. That's why I got the forgiveness card. And you are realizing, or you will be realizing, that it's blocking you from welcoming love into your life because you have been holding on to some past resentments. Number two, what I'm actually seeing with these two cards, yes, congratulations. For group number three, I'm seeing here that for some of you, there is really a new love for you this coming year 2023. I'm seeing that some of you will be in a relationship. Okay? I'm seeing that because this is the Hierophant card, so this is talking about committed partnerships. So I won't be surprised if some of you will actually find your match this coming year 2023, because they're showing me that whoever this is for you, this new person, you guys will be resonating a lot with each other, okay? There is definitely going to be that really beautiful balance between you and this person. And for those who are already in a committed partnership, okay, because I'm hearing another message right now from Spirit. If you are already, for instance, married to someone, or you are in a committed partnership already, I'm getting here that, yeah, you guys are actually, going to be working things out. There may be some sort of like differences between you and this person, but because of you love each other so much, you guys are really going to be working on this connection or in this partnership. You're really committed towards each other because you love each other so deeply that even though, yes, it's only normal for you guys to get into some arguments or some disagreements, that's not going to be, causing for you guys to break up, all right? You and your partner would try to find ways on how to sort things out and to learn as well from those experiences. That's another thing I'm getting here. So yeah, let's try to pull up another card here. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, great big love. Wow, out of all the three groups, really, this one is very straightforward. So congratulations if you're single. Yes, I'm seeing that some of you, not necessarily you will be in an official boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, but at least there's definitely someone new that you'll be meeting, and you'll be dating this person, okay? But others of you, I'm getting here that, yes, your relationship status will change this coming year, 2023, because I'm seeing that some of you will be in a committed partnership, all right? And you and this person really has this great big love for each other. And just like what I said earlier, for those who are resonating more in which I'm already in a committed partnership, I'm married to someone already, or what, yeah, like what I said, there would be some challenges in your connection, of course. And I feel I'm hearing from Spirit, the key word for you is patience, all right? Patience towards each other. Honoring each other's differences is also what I heard. But no matter how challenging or for whatever challenges that you might encounter in your connection with this person, you guys are not going to be, giving up on each other because you have great big love for this person. So the word commitment is so strong between you and this person that you're already in a relationship with. Trust. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually getting here as well with the trust card. Maybe at first, like what I said, you guys are really going to be vigilant in such a way that you will be looking into this person's motives. Remember the card behind a mask and the purpose card? That's it. Because I'm getting here, it's understandable that you will be acting that way because you were hurt over the past Obviously, anybody who's been in that really traumatic experience doesn't want the same things to be happening again. So at first, you'll be a little bit guarded. You'll be a little bit careful, all right? You're not just going to be giving your heart away to someone. Just like what I said, maybe in the past you were like that, okay? In which when you want someone or you were attracted to someone, you just give in completely. But this time around, it's going to be different. That's why they're showing me that your energy, your frequency is actually shifting. And with this shift or with this change, you will also be seeing some changes in the type of partnerships that you will be attracting. Okay, you are again vibrating from a different frequency now than before. Wow. All right, let's see what else. Adventure. Oh my gosh. And it says here laughter, spontaneous, nature, renewal. There you go, renewal. So with the renewal, I'm more of like going to be, connecting this for those people are resonating with. I'm already in a committed partnership because I'm getting that some of you, of course, would encounter some challenges, let's say in your marriage or in this boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But it's not to say that you're going to be giving up on each other, all right? There is going to be a renewal in your connection. I feel that you and your partner will be starting all over again with the full card that we got at the very beginning. Yeah, it's like you guys are starting all over again is really what I heard. Okay, yeah, there you go, the full card. So I'm seeing that there is going to be a rekindling of a relationship, okay? For others of you, if this is for those who are single, again, yeah, fun times for you this coming year 2023 with the adventure card, in which it's really going to make you so happy. Maybe you'll be meeting this person while traveling, or you and this person loves adventure or loves to travel. So I won't be surprised if you and this person have strong fire in your chart, okay? Because fire signs are very adventurous, all right? I'm getting that for group number 3, okay? And you would also love the fact that there is consistency in this connection too, all right? That's another thing that you will be witnessing in this new partnership. And yeah, you guys are also like friends or buddies here, all right? I feel that, yeah, for group number 3, I'm hearing that right now from Spirit. Like, you guys will be travel buddies. That's a huge clue for someone out there. If you love traveling, you always like going on adventures or what, yeah, well, you have your travel buddy with you. All right, you're not just lovers, but you'll be travel buddies. Nice. Very exciting year for group number 3 when it comes to their love life. And then you got your possessions, all right? What I'm actually, seeing here with the possessions is that, yeah, some of you may be finally, realizing it's about time to let things go. Okay, look at this lady. She just freed this bird, all right, from the cage. This is also you. You've been in that cage for way too long. You have kept yourself stuck over the past, is actually what I'm hearing. But you're realizing your value. You're realizing that, you know what? Why am I actually, doing this to myself? I deserve happiness, right? So I should just be able to let things go, all right? It is what it is. What has happened in the past has taught me so many valuable lessons anyway, all right? That's why there's a lot of treasure image over here. Like you're looking at the past as something that has given you a lot of valuable lessons. But it's not to say that you're going to be stuck there for way too long. You wanted adventure. You wanted something new. You wanted to have this change of scenery. I don't know. I'm actually suddenly hearing that. It's like you're not interested on the same old energy as before. That's why you're freeing yourself from the past. and you're ready to take on this new adventure. Wow. I love the optimism. I love the excitement that I'm getting from group number 3. So let's pull up another set of cards. Yeah, see? Release your ex. What did I tell you? Are you freaking kidding me? I love how everything is resonating, or rather matching to what was already discussed, right? Release your ex, because that's the energy I'm getting. That's why I said earlier, for those who are not still thinking of letting go of somebody from their past, you may choose another pile, because I'm getting a different energy for group number 3, in which the people who chose group number 3, they're no longer interested in the past. They're more than ready to embrace a brand new journey, embrace a brand new beginning when it comes to love, all right? And they're looking at the past as something that has taught them so many lessons. And it says here, the time has come to clear energy, which is crazy. If you can remember, you got the energy field adjustment, or a cleansing and health, right? So the year 2023 is a year in which you're clearing away old past energies. You don't need that anymore. All right? That's what you are going to be, doing. And you are wanting to embrace a different emotion, a different type of experience. You're done. Okay? I keep on hearing that. I'm done over the past. I've been there for way too long. I've kept myself in a cage for way too long. I'm ready to go out there. That's why I keep on saying some of you are really going to be interested to be back in the dating scene, meeting new people out there. Engaging yourself with like-minded people, all right? Because you're done. You're ready to release your ex. Lottery. Yeah, you guys are taking a risk. For me, lottery is all about game of chance as well, all right? So I'm actually, picking up that for group number 3, you will take this risk. Maybe because you've been there for way too long. You tried to hold on to a past connection for way too long. Nothing is happening, all right? But this coming year, 2023, is a year in which you're finally going to be taking that leap of faith. You're going to take a risk. That's why I got the Fool card, all right? And that risk had something to do with letting go of the past. Letting go of your ex, okay? And being open to new possibilities out there. How freaking straightforward is this? Yeah. Oh gosh, you got the green man. I noticed there's a lot of nature. Oh my gosh. And you got the adventure card, and it says here nature. You got the green man. Oh my gosh. So I'm seeing here that, yeah, that's a huge clue for some of you. Either this person also loves the nature, going outdoors, because I'm getting that there's going to be a lot of traveling between you and this person. Either you'll be meeting this person while traveling, that's a possibility, or you and this person will share a lot in common, okay? In which some of you, you'll finally find, this travel buddy. If you love traveling, this person loves traveling as well, or this person loves nature as well. Nice. I love the energy for group number 3. This is actually my favorite because it's so fun and exciting. And I'm so happy for you guys because you're finally, clearing away old energies that are not really for your highest good. You deserve to be happy, right? And I feel that's part of what you have realized, or you will be realizing. Oops. Let's actually take a look at that card that flew. Oh my gosh, palm tree? Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. How amazing is this? This is also what you're looking for in a connection if you're single, okay? Since a lot of you will be back in the dating scene, you're ready to release your ex, you're ready to take a chance on love again. This is what you're looking for. On top of, you are going to be paying attention to their intentions or their motives. But you're also looking after stability. You wanted a connection that's going to be secure, where there's growth as well. Okay. Oh, wow. I just heard this right now. Somebody watching group number 3, you were in a very toxic, manipulative, controlling, relationship, all right? Wow. So, congratulations that you finally, had that courage to free yourself from that toxic partnership. I don't know what that for, but yeah. And yes, you deserve happiness, group number 3. And that's exactly what would help you to finally release your ex, okay? And look at this palm tree. Gosh, there's a lot of, nature here. We were just talking about that. So expect that for some of you, there's going to be something around travel. Again, either you'll be meeting this person while traveling, the outdoors, right? Or this person is somebody who likes going to the beach, or you and this person loves traveling and all that. So yeah, very nice. Anyway, let's pull up another card here. Challenges, right? So let's actually go to page 13, and then we're going to be putting our focus on the relationship section since this reading is more about the love department. Okay, it says here, difficult situations around relationships need to be dealt with now or never. Okay, that's the meaning of this challenges card when it comes to love life. Do not hold back or block your feelings. The time to communicate and get things off your chest is now. By speaking up, problem relationships could become better or release if there's no longer any positivity in the relationship. So there you go. Like what I said, this is something I've mentioned, if you can remember, especially for those who are already in a committed partnership or you are already in a relationship. Yes, there will be challenges, okay, between you and your partner. But I feel the tip here is for you guys to kind of like try to clear the air by having this beautiful and meaningful conversation, all right? Communication is very important in any form of relationship, okay? And that's why it says here, by speaking up, problem relationships could become better, okay? And then it says here too, with this challenges card, all right? This is a time in which you would actually kind of like, benefit from a very challenging experience from the past in such a way that, you will come out of a winner, all right? That's you overcoming all of these obstacles, all of these challenges from your past, okay? So, that's why I'm seeing here for group number 3, the year 2023 in love and romance is a great one for you out of all the 3 groups, because I'm seeing you becoming this winner. It's actually, showing me that you are finally overcoming some obstacles from your past connections or past relationships, or having the courage, like what I said, to release the ex or release old past energies that are not serving you anymore. Let's pull this up. Okay. You got it's up to you. Now, with this it's up to you card, since you will be back in the dating scene, or there's going to be a new person out there, all right? Because remember at the very beginning, they're showing me 2 people for you. One is from the past, and the other is actually going to be a new person, a potential for you to meet a new partner. But at the same time, they're actually, showing me here that it's entirely up to you. You have the power to decide or to choose what you want. And even when it comes to those people are resonating with, you're already in a relationship, you're experiencing some challenges in your partnership with this person, it's entirely up to you. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to be willing to work on this partnership, or is it time to break free from it? Although for a lot of you, I'm getting here that there's going to be a renewal, okay? Because you will be realizing that you and this person has this great big love for each other, okay? Because challenges is just part of any type of relationship, okay? It's never perfect. It's not always bed of roses, right? But again, at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you how you're going to go about that, or it's entirely up to you to decide. So, anyway, let's pull up a message for you before we wrap things up. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. Oh, isn't that so freaking beautiful? So I'm hearing two things. First and foremost, all right, I'm getting here with this miracles and blessings, and it says everything has its gift. That's you realizing, all right, that yes, that painful relationship from your past has given you a lot of heartbreak, okay? You were really hurt. Remember, you were in that Five of Cups energy. There was emotional loss and all that. But I feel that you will be realizing that in every type of experience, whether it's painful or something that is heartbreaking, there is a gift in every situation or in every experience. Sooner or later, you'll be realizing that it was a blessing after all, right? It's more of like you are going to be realizing sooner or later that if it weren't for that past connection, you're not going to be learning from it. That's number one. That's the blessing. Number two, if it weren't for that painful relationship from your past and you having the courage to finally release the past or release a person from your past, the miracle and the blessings here is that you're opening up to this brand new beginning. You're opening yourself up to this opportunity for a brand new relationship or a relationship that is actually for your highest good, right? So, yeah, that's actually what I'm getting with this miracles and blessings card. And I'm drawn to this. She was actually, yeah, holding this leaf. So I feel there's a lot of releasing for group number 3. You're ready to release the past. You're ready to release your ex, a person or a situation, whatever that is. And by doing so, miracles are happening in your life or blessings are coming into your life. And you're just actually going to be understanding that everything that has happened to you, all right, even though it's painful, it's just really, teaching you something. It's teaching you valuable lessons. That's the gift of the experience, all right? So, yeah, very beautiful for group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this. And as always, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.